Hey guys, Ashton here. It makes sense why most fitness coaches can't charge 6, 7, 8, even 10K for a package. It makes sense. And therefore, they have to resort to that $200 a month, $300 a month program where the person stays for a month, stays for 2 months, and then leaves. And it's not effective, right? So, in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how you, as a fitness coach, can leverage yourself from the marketing point of view, from the messaging point of view, from the offer point of view, certain check boxes that need to be ticked in order to get to that point where you're able to charge 6, 7, 8, 10K for a package, or even I have some coaches who are charging 15K for a package for 6 months, for a package for 5 months, right? So if you want to get to this level, there are things that need to be done. If nothing changes, nothing changes. I'm going to break down exactly what you need to do in today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to discuss exactly how to sell $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 fitness packages and scale to $50,000 a month. If scaling to $50,000 a month sounds like a lot, it isn't. It's just a mindset thing. So personally, I've scaled over 5 fitness coaches to 50K a month in the past 5 months. And I've personally used the same principles to scale my own company. So everything that I eat, I give. Everything that I give, I eat. So it's kind of a reverse. I am doing everything that in my own business that I apply to my clients because the principles are the same. And I'm going to jump right into it and show you exactly how this works. So I'm going to zoom in here. So as of filming this is February 29th. And this was literally in the course of 1 week. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit more. But if you can take a look at this, this is one of my clients, Uno. And pretty much in 1 week, February 15th to the 22nd, he collected $24K in cash. So he closed 4 deals on $6,000 upfront. So people who wanted help with fitness booked a meeting, showed up to the meeting, and left that meeting $6,000 poorer. Take that in. So in 1 week, he made 24K. Fitness. This is the same thing you guys are selling for $200 a month. Same thing you guys are selling for your, join my school community that I'm going to launch with, these people that I'm a growth creator now. Doesn't make sense, right? 24K in 1 week. If that sounds unreasonable to you, it should, because you have the wrong methods of going about it, which I'm going to share with you the right methods here. So before I fully jump into the strategy of exactly what you should do, I want to talk a little bit about the market because everything revolves around the market. Cool. If you go to YouTube, if you go to Instagram, if you go online, everybody and their mom is talking about making $10,000 a month. From my point of view, it's futile. It's futile. I truly believe that if you're going to go into business, what is the point of playing it small? What is the point? If you think 10K per month is a lot, and that's a massive goal for you, you will never hit it. So right now what I'm going into is more beliefs and mindset, because I can teach you the strategies, the principles on how you can do something like this, or my client, 6K. This guy, CrossFit guy, didn't really want training, 6K, right? Just sold another 6K in entry, beautiful. Was that a Facebook person? Yes. I can give you the strategies to do this, but if your mindset is not in order, it will never happen, right? So pretty much there's this thing called the RDF, right? And pretty much what it states is if you set a goal, you will not hit it. You will only fall to the standard you set. So a goal is merely a standard. When I was in the early years of my business, I'd set a goal for myself to make 20K in 30 days. So this was when I first started. I think I was doing 7K a month at the time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for 20K a month. I can do 20K a month. I know I can do it. I visualized it, kept the goal close to my vest. So I read it every morning. And I was motivated to go out and make it happen. Right. And then I think in the first 3 days of setting this goal, I made 15K. I totally smashed it. Right. 3 days, 15K. After making that money, I fell to my standard. I felt really comfortable. I felt really relaxed. I was like, oh, 15K. I almost made it. I'm basically there. Let's kick back. Let's relax. And that's what happened. I fell back to my standard. So mentally, my goal was to hit 20K, but physically, my standard, my feeling standard, I hit, right? And I lost my motivation and I didn't hit the goal, right? So instead of thinking that 10K a month or 20K a month is a massive number, I want you to know that there are bigger games being played. Your goal should always be to play the biggest game possible so that your standard is much higher than the competition. If you set a goal for 100K a month, you're going to probably land somewhere realistically at 70, 80K. This is just from my point of view. You never hit the goal, you only land on the standard, which is somewhere below the actual goal. That's just how I work, and that's kind of how I see it. So if you're trying to hit 10K a month, if you're trying to hit 20K a month, get that out of your brain. Because all this shit on YouTube, oh, hit 10K a month, hit 20K a month, it's bullshit. You need to aim way higher than that, right? Play the biggest game possible, get the biggest reward. So I want to jump into actually some of the logic, what to do. You're thinking, okay, I have this mindset stuff. Now, how do I take this? How do I run with it? So pretty much a while ago, I was watching a podcast with this guy named Peter Kell. I didn't know who he was. Now he's my mentor, but at the time I didn't know who he was. I heard him say this one line that really stuck out to me. Pretty much what he said is that more competition is better. The more competition, the better. And pretty much he said that the more companies making seven figures in your industry, in your market, the more likely you are to become one. And I had to think and stop about this because everyone's saying, oh, you got to find a market that's a blue ocean, not a red ocean, right? And then there's this guy kind of saying the opposite. So, for example, the fitness market in general is filled with massive companies. There are massive influencers, gyms, brands, supplement companies. The fitness market is massive. The health market is massive. There's tons of competition everywhere. This shouldn't unmotivate you to go out and win. You should view this as literally playing in one of the most massive arenas, and therefore you now have a bigger shot at something bigger than a smaller market. What most people do is, when it comes to hyper-competitive markets, is the same as everyone else. They pretty much just row harder and harder, even though they aren't going in the right direction or they're not even in the right boat. I'm going to highlight this because this is probably one of the most important lines in the entire breakdown here. People are simply rowing harder and harder, even though they aren't going in the right direction or they're even in the right boat. So most fitness coaches are viewed as a commodity. This is what this means. They are putting themselves in this commoditized position. They are viewed as something of low value, something that is almost disposable. Pretty much now with even the surge over COVID and all this stuff, TikToks come out with all these influencers and everything. The market is now even more numb to your message, right? It's more numb. There's more people doing the same shit you're doing. There's more people giving out value. And when everyone gives out value and everyone has this top quality information, the market gets numb to it. Who gives a shit anymore, right? So what I love about this, though, is there is still always a strategy. No matter what the chessboard looks like, no matter what position you are in, there will always be a strategy to move forward. And what I love, honestly, about competitive markets is that things are always constantly changing and changing fast as hell, right? There's things going on. There's multi-complex variables moving all the time. So there will always be a strategy to be used based on where the market currently is. I want you to remember this. There will always be a strategy. This is just basic strategy. There, like whatever position you are in, whatever cards you are dealt, there is still some play that you can make out of those fucking hands. You can still try to make a play out of those hands. And that's exactly what we're going to do with the fitness market right here, right now. So pretty much the way I break it down is the market moves in 5 stages. I'm going to break down 4 today. The market moves in 5 stages. The first stage is pretty much there's the first stage, the second, third, and then fourth. There are different strategies for different stages of how numb the market is. Number 1, if the market isn't numb at all and you're the first one in that market, all you're going to be doing is advertising the desire. This is how to get clients. This is how to build your business, right? If you're brand new, if you're the first person to make that Ford Model T car, right? You're coming in and you're advertising the desire. You're fresh, you're brand new, you don't need to do all this fancy stuff. You're just coming in with a desire. Number two, that happens for a little bit. Second stage happens. In the second stage, you're advertising the desire, but you're now making the desire bigger, right? You're outbidding the competition, right? So instead of just making a Ford Model T, you're making a Ford Model T that goes 60 miles an hour in 5 seconds, right? So now the market, more people have entered that market. The market is getting more competitive, and now you're making that claim more drastic. Number three, if your market is at the stage where they've heard all the claims, all the extremes, they're at this point where they're getting numb to those of those companies trying to outbid the competition, right? Then trying to do that or exaggerating the claims won't make it any bigger. This is where you see right now, a lot of people are trying to out exaggerate the claims. Oh, I'll help you lose 60 pounds in 2 days. Like trying to make these massive, bold claims. And it's just going in one ear out the other. It's not going to work, right? What this market needs is a new device, something new to make all these old claims become fresh and believable to them again. In other words, a new mechanism, a new way of making the old promise work, a different process, a fresh chance, a brand new possibility of success where only disappointment has resulted before. Brand new. They've been in there. They don't like how the market's going. They don't like the people. They don't like the products. They need something new. This is the third stage of how to win. The fourth stage, if you've done this, if there's new shit, there's new mechanism, new processes, what you're going to do is when there's a bunch of new processes, you're just going to heighten the same thing, heighten the claim, right? That new mechanism is producing sales, and you counter it this way. Simply elaborate or enlarge upon the successful mechanism, make it easier, quicker, surer, allow it to solve more of the problem, overcome old limitations, promise extra benefits. You are beginning a stage of embellishment similar to the second stage, so similar to here, but with that new mechanism. And then there's a fifth stage, but I'm not really going to jump into it because it's kind of minute. But these are the 4 stages of how to win in any simple market based on where the market is. So if you look at, for example, the cigarette market, the cigarette market has been around forever, been around for over 150 years. This cigarette market has gone through these stages like twice or something like that. So first in the market, it was just the desire. It was like tobacco. I'm just going to write in bold so you can, in italics so we can see. So it's like tobacco, cigarettes, and then the price. Right? First stage makes sense. Second stage is like this. Steam, I'm just making this up, rolled tobacco leaves. Or not steamrolled. Like something amazing, beautiful, beautiful tobacco leaves, X lower price. So better claim, lower price. You just get what I mean. I'm just exaggerating it. Third claim is making a new mechanism. So grown in a lab, right? Fourth stage, grown in a lab, and then just making it better. Takes 20 minutes to smoke. Boom. So you see what I'm doing here? It's just very basic. We're going through, there's different stages for any market that you're in, and you're adjusting based on that. So pretty much right now in the market, we are in the stage that a bold claim won't carry us like it might have previously. There's so many people out there promising you the world, but who cannot follow up with those commitments. Right now, we need to focus on a new mechanism and making it desirable. We need to have a mechanism like no others and make it believable. Make it best of all believable. If no one believes you, it doesn't matter how amazing your mechanism is, it needs to be believable. So, this is the first step in scaling a fitness business. Period. Difference. You need to be different. Look at some of the biggest names in the space. So these are just some that I follow. But like guys like Paul Saladino, Carnivore MD. Why is he so popular? Because his mechanism is so different. Don't eat vegetables. Whoa. Don't eat vegetables. Eat raw, drink raw, unpasteurized milk. That's one of the examples. Liver King. Completely different mechanism. Eat raw liver. That's crazy. It's so different. That's why it's gained traction. So if you don't have a mechanism, you are forever going to be viewed as a commodity. So when you pick a mechanism, you automatically go into a niche, right? This niche experiences this problem only that your mechanism is solving for, right? So pick a mechanism. That mechanism is going to give you a problem to solve within a niche, right? And then now you know who you're helping and now what you're helping them with your mechanism. Does that make sense? Cool. So pretty much, it's very simple. If you don't have a mechanism, you will have a harder time getting clients. When you are calling out a specific person and a specific problem, that specific person with that specific problem will respond. You'll have to charge less. Non-specialists have to charge less for the same or equivalent service. If you're not solving a specific problem, then you're going to have to, you're charging less. You'll be viewed as a commodity because you help everyone in the market will view you as disposable and replaceable. Your clients won't get good results. Your clients will have a low emotional investment due to the price and lack of specialty, viewing you as a commodity, and therefore will not take the process 100% serious. Think about an online program like Beachbody On Demand. The success rate on programs like that are less than 1-2%. Beachbody On Demand is cheap and targets everyone. You don't want to be like that. 5, you will have to create new systems and processes for each new client / type of goal. So for example, if I'm targeting everyone, if I don't have a specific mechanism, if I'm not helping with a specific problem, then anybody that comes to me, I'm going to help them, but I'm going to have to make a new system for each different types of person. Mom comes to me, a dad comes to me, a kid who wants to get stronger comes to me. I'm going to have to make a new process for each of those different people, right? This takes time to create. You won't be able to validate your systems because you're helping so many different people. You'll have so many clients each doing different things that you won't be able to validate one process. The only way you validate your systems are with data. You get data by working with clients. But if each client is different, your data is spread very thin. You want to dig deep with data, not dig out, right? And then 7, once this happens, you're going to doubt yourself, you're going to lose confidence, and you're going to want to shut your business down because it all started with a lack of specialty of what you're helping and who you're helping with that specific problem, right? And all that just leads to is people viewing you as a commodity, you losing faith, people not getting good success because they're not taking it seriously, chaotic, system flow, etc. And it pretty much, if you choose a mechanism specifically with a specific problem and a specific person, this is what happens. You choose a mechanism and a specific problem, make it extremely narrow. People will automatically view you as an expert because you are precise. You are helping a specific thing, right? You will have an easier time getting clients. You are calling on a specific person rather than 35. Imagine you're at a bus stop with tons of people. You call, "Hey people." Everybody would probably just ignore you. But imagine you call, "Hey John." The men at that bus station named John would surely be like, "Hey, who called my name?" Right? 4, you'll be able to charge more. So now you're a specialist. You're helping with something specific. You're helping a specific problem. You can put together a multi 4-figure package and easily sell them. easily. 4 or 5, you'll have better client results. People will be more invested because they no longer view you as a commodity. They'll be more invested in the process and do everything to completion. 6, you'll quickly be able to figure out an exact system that you can build once for your clients, because remember, it's one product, it's one solution that you're solving for the problem, and it's one person. So you can make it once and give it to those thousands or 10,000, 100,000 people, right? And 7, you'll be able to leverage now the more money you're charging because you're a specialist, because you're getting better client results, because you're etc. back into your business, your company, your processes, your client base, to make everything better as a whole. Off of this mechanism, you should now have a decent idea as to why you need a mechanism, right? So the first one is you lose your confidence, and then your business just doesn't make any money and it sucks, right? You're not able to charge a lot. And the second one is you're able to make a lot of money, and you're able to get to the point where you can leverage your money and you have power, which is awesome. So you should have a good idea of kind of where you are right now. Like, you need to have a mechanism. You need to have a specific thing you're specifically doing. So now that we like kind of know, okay, what we're doing, in order to charge a high ticket price, our mechanism has to be leading us to something much greater than the price paid or equivalent. So the price you're paying has a specific correlation to the value you're providing. It's just a value exchange, right? So for example, you can't just go and give someone a diet plan for $6,000. It's not going to work like that, right? So for example, let's say your mechanism is the ketogenic lifestyle, ketogenic diet slash, right? If you just sell a diet plan, you are never going to be able to sell for $6,000 up front, right? People will not see the value in it. You need to solve all potential problems that the customer may be experiencing. So the same reason as to why the entire car will be worth 100, even 1,000 times more than the cost of all the parts. So once it's all together, the car is worth a lot more than just the parts put in a pile, or the engine, right? So what you need to do, pretty much, if you want to sell the entire car, not just the parts, is you need to put, you know your mechanism, you know your problem, you know the solution to the problem. You have to make and solve the entire gap for the problem, not just a specific facet of the problem. This is now the step where a lot of people will mess up, right? So you need to be specific with exactly which problem you're solving, who exactly this mechanism applies to, but you need to solve the entire problem, not just a facet of the problem. You need to solve everything. You need to bring the newspaper directly to their door, not halfway there. So what most fitness coaches are doing is, hey, here's a diet plan, check-ins once a week, here's some workout plan, and then F off. The most you'll be able to charge with this, you can charge quite a bit for this probably. Like, you can, I'm sure you can, if you have a good brand and you're really able to sell and really able to find a good angle, probably charge a few thousand for this. But the value is not amazing, right? I know fitness coaches out there who are so specific with their mechanism, they've positioned themselves as these health kind of consultants where they have access to, like, I'm just writing stuff down that I know from my clients and whatnot, blood tests, hormone profiling, right? Mindset training. So this can, like, you know how deep the mindset training rabbit hole can go? This can go into meditation. This can go spirituality. This can go spirituality. This can go into so many other realms as well that I don't really need to get into. You guys get the idea. This can go into like some sort of back end community that has access to any sort of resonance that consumer can have. So let's say I'm a mom and I come in a group. I can connect with 100 other moms who are doing this. And then obviously the same things here. And then even mentorship, like people come in and actually talk in events, like events and stuff like that. Like there's things like this that happen. And when you're on a sales call with someone and you pitch this versus this, there is obviously a difference as to why you can charge 6 to 10K for this versus 1 to 3K or 1 to 2K or 200 a month. Right? So, and this is kind of just like me, like just things, me just like kind of thinking off the top of my mind. With stuff like this, with people who are really providing a lot of value on a health basis, they are solving the entire solution. So they know the mechanism, they know the problem, and they're solving every single thing. So let me just break this down for you. The problem is you're too fat and you want to lose weight, right? They're going to do diet. They're going to do hormone. They're going to do blood and lipid, right? They're going to get this base. They're going to assign you to a coach, right? That coach is going to build a custom workout, a custom X, Y, and Z. Then you're going to get a mindset training back end thing, right? So now instead of just here's a diet, here's a workout, we're solving everything to 100% get you to your root cause, 100% get you to your goal, and we're going to charge a premium for it. That's the way to win. So what I want to do is you get like what you need to do, but I want to show you actually what I do with my company. So this is what I'm exactly talking about. So the present situation and then the desired situation. What I'm doing is I'm solving the entire gap. I'm solving everything. How am I solving everything? I'm solving everything through this. So picking a what, picking a who, optimizing everything about kind of your appearance, your image, lead generation, garnering attention, building assets, educating leads, and converting leads. The basics. And then I'm helping people with messaging. I'm helping people actually generate leads and actually collect these leads and launch campaigns to get consistent leads. Once these leads come in, how do we educate these leads? Through asset and sales asset creation. Okay, now how do we convert these leads? We convert these leads through sales calls, closers, sales scripts, etc. And then how do we help these people fulfill, right? How do we help these people? How do we help these fitness coaches? Because I help fitness coaches. We onboard, right? Sign an agreement, right? Is there a community? Is there a build and release offer plan that they can be given? Is there a retention model that we can give to them, right? Is there diet plans? Is there certain things that we can give to them already off the jump, right? So as you can see, there's this entire process here that I'm solving for. What a lot of people in my space will do is they will solve for a specific facet. Hey, I will help you with your Facebook ads. They'll just do this. Lead gen. They'll just do lead gen. And sure, you can get good results with that, but you're going to be viewed as a commodity. Because when one company is doing that, I'm doing all of this, helping with an offer, a niche, mechanism, image, lead gen, doing the entire thing, helping you build sales assets, helping you build certain things that can educate your leads about your mechanism, right? And once I've done this, now I help you with the operations, right? So the same thing that I told you to do with the people that you're potentially helping is the same thing I'm doing with the clients that I am working with. It's the same thing that I told you at the beginning of this video. So that is pretty much it. At the end of the day, if you want to sell 6K fitness packages like it's easier than ever, I'm going to go over it once again right here. Get a specific mechanism, something new, something marketable. Relate that mechanism to solving a specific problem for a specific person. And C, solve the entire gap. That is all. If you want to sell 6K fitness packages, if you want to sell 7K fitness packages, if you want to sell $15,000 fitness packages, go down. I love taking on new clients. I take on new clients all the time. Book a call with me. I'll run you through some of my systems. I take all the sales calls myself. I do have one other closer, but I take 90% of the sales calls myself. So if you are interested in getting some guidance on exactly what to do, I hope this video kind of helped you. Even if you're not, interested in booking a call, I hope this video helped you. Please consume my free content because I know that eventually, if I hit you with enough free content and if I show you and educate you, that you're going to feel indebted to me. And then maybe we can work together one day in business. I can buy into your awesome fitness business. But yeah, so solve the entire gap. Don't be a commodity. Don't be another fitness coach. Solve the entire problem. You got this. Don't be a commodity. Thank you for watching.